back here with Fire Emblem 3 Uses. It just gets weirder every time. We are just at the very tail end of our explore day right before the mission, so we're gonna head to ALL very, very soon. Though, I bought a whole bunch of stuff from Anna's shop. I bought all four of the 6 rings and then all the permabuffs. So I've given Byleth a speed ring, and I gave Manuela something as well, I think. I think I gave her accuracy. Yeah, there we are. No more missing those long-range shots, especially since she's also got the hit plus 20, right? Yeah. How much does the ring give you? Plus 10, so she's got plus 30, that's pretty solid. Not to mention her plus 4 dex, and the bow prowess. She should basically never ever miss anything again with the bow. So I'm gonna save those supports till next episode. Well, I guess that's being hopeful and assuming that we beat the story mission in this episode, which probably I shouldn't do. And I've, for once in my life, found myself completely out of presents. These guns are not ones you can give. These are just from that flame fishing quest from way back, and you're not allowed to do anything with them for some reason. And so not everyone is at max, learning, what's the actual word? Motivation? But we're dang close. I think we have enough to tide us over for one learning day, which sometimes because you never know when the next month will start with one or not, although it doesn't usually. So I figured before we head into this next story battle, let's dish out some permabuffs. Hey, whoa, I've got bullions, and I spent all that time doing the tournaments instead. All right, so we've got 2 ALL pomegranates. I harvested another one from the greenhouse. That's a bunch of dex there. Increases charm by 2. I've been giving it sort of all the way around randomly. I think we should give it to Felix now that I know that his sword dance increases by it. So let's do that. Just charisma up him all the way. So that just gave 4 extra damage to his sword dance, I believe, which is pretty solid. Not, again, that we use that very much, but when we are using him to fight, we're probably going to want him to use the sword dance because that makes him very hard to hit and he doesn't have very much defense. I think it makes sense that we want sword dance to be as strong as possible. Okay, Talisman is res. I think we should give that to Ash probably because he's sort of our best one there. Luck by 4. Luck also affects crits is the thing, so it's not just whoever I want to not get critted. It's also whoever I want to dish out them crits, I think. No one's luck is actually, like, superbly good. I'm gonna hang on to that, actually. And I have a reason that I will disclose later. Not right now. It's the same reason I'm hanging on to the ALL pomegranates. And I guess the secret book. Now, Giant Shell. I want to give that to Annette. I just want to make her talents as a tank absolutely at max. So, boom, that up there. Now she's up to 30 for her, right? Okay, cool. 40 with the Dusker Heavy Soldiers. You know, it just occurs to me that I didn't actually use this day to make any extra meal that would give us stats, so that was dumb of me. I should have done Tatata Spike or something. Whatever, we shall survive. Let me just see how everyone's res stacks up. 13, 12, 9. Oh my god, everyone has bad res. I'm guessing Flane. Oh my god, Ingrid has a lot. Wow. And Flane. Ash is just a hair behind, though, so let's give him that, given he's as healer. That is sort of his deal. And Flane isn't really fast enough to avoid getting killed by magic anyways. Boom. Let's give him that. We will be able to replace them all with elixirs soon, but we just haven't got the funds right now. By the time we've done a whole bunch of battle practice missions, we'll have tons of money. Because there can't be paralogs every month. Speedwing. I could save the Speedwing for the same reason I'm saving these 2. Or I could give it to someone who could use a bit of speed now. I'll come back to that. Spirit Dust. Magic by 2. See, I could give that to Ingrid to make her magic her spells, like, absolutely broken. She's only at 28, and her magic is as good as it is? Holy crap. I guess I've got her magic plus 2 and Fiendish Blow, so it's an effective plus 8 when she goes first. The Merchant Military probably gives you a bit too, doesn't it? Plus 2, so she's effective plus 10 for her. Right, okay. Much like Annette's defense. They actually have the same magic stat right now. I'm gonna give it to Annette just to absolutely, especially now that she's got Crusher and she's gonna have the Aura Gauntlets in not too long. I think that having her magic attack powers are at max is ideal. We're gonna give the energy drop to Mercy, naturally, as our Barbarian. We want that as high as possible. She still doesn't have the highest strength. Set's got higher. I'm sure Dimitri does as well. Oh, and so do I. And Felix, of course, for whatever reason, has incredible strength in this file. So let's get her up there. She's now among the elite. So that leaves these 4, which I'm thinking of saving for a thing, and permanently increase max HP by 5. That could be helpful for Annette as someone who's with high defense. It could be helpful for Dimitri as someone who dodges quite a bit of stuff and has decent defense, and it could also be helpful for Flane as someone who has no health. Although 5 won't really do it, mostly she's like always getting overkilled by like 8 or 9 or 10, so I would need like 2 Seraph Robes to make her not dying in one hit everything. So I think that'll just sort of happen naturally as we class her up into Warlock and then to Dark Knight, I hope. So perhaps I will give the plus 5 health to you. It's not always a matter of equally distributing these things, because sometimes it's like, I mean, if Flane's magic attack is sturdy as it is, and I don't think giving her the Seraph Robe, for instance, would help. Maybe giving her the magic dust would help, but I don't think it would help her as much as it would help Annette, who is going to be constantly in the front, if you see what I mean. Very well, I think that more or less concludes our business here at the monastery. I think we had better head out before I spend too long here, and then make this episode 8 hours long. Right, I should do the battalions, fix them up, because I just noticed Annette's was at minimum. Do I have enough money for that? Not probably. Yeah, that's half of the money I have, but tolerable. Let me just sell the bullion, so in case I need to repair any weapons on the fly. I think most of ours are good right now. Let me just have a look. Oh, I could use my... No, actually, I lied. Basically, all of mine are broken, except for the iron axe. Sell a few antitoxins, because I don't see myself using them, really. A few of our spare concoctions. This is definitely a priority. Yours are actually all good. I guess because you weren't really doing much in your paralog of attacking, that is. Your magic bow, we don't have the mines! Oh, it only takes 1 arcane crystal to fix? Ooh, maybe we should just keep the magic bow at this rank for forever, because that makes it easier to fix. Huh. There's a thought. Train bow we want up. Alright, then we can do my stuff as well. I think we'll just survive without much of a killer axe for a bit. Because it's a lot of money to prepare, right? It's like at least 2,000. Oh no, it's not actually that much. Dimitri will survive with 31 hits of the training bow. Surely he can use the iron bow if need be. He's pretty speedy and stuff. Alright, Blue Lions, let's move out! We gotta go to hell! Alright, we're in hell, everybody. Oh, never mind. We're setting out today. That seems a bold choice. Certifications. Do anyone have... I don't believe anyone... I think I already checked and no one has anyone that I can really do... Oh, I could make an attempt at Wyvern Lord, I suppose. If I had a Master Seal, which costs too much money for me to have. So never mind about that. I raised my flying a bit with Seth, but not enough to get a rank. Hail, the Valley of Torment. Your party travels to ALL, the Valley of Torment, to meet up with allied troops and secure reinforcements. It should have been a safe march. Well, I'm comforted by the fact that the suggested level here is 29. We just did a paralog that was suggested level 31. This is pretty damn far from Garrick Mach. I guess there's teleportation and stuff in this universe, but still. I feel like we should have set out like 2 days ago. What are we still doing at the monastery?
Having received the Kingdom Army's plea for aid, Rodrigue has agreed to provide soldiers.
Don't act like you're not part of the Kingdom Army, Rodrigue.
In order to meet up with their reinforcements, the Kingdom Army
I guess not
sets out
the
for
explicit
ALL,
army, but...
the Valley of Torment.
Yeah. Can we, like, have a royal decree to change its name after so I don't feel so scared going there?
This valley isn't a place I'd care to return to.
Yeah. You're telling me, and I already was here with Ingrid that one time. Do you remember?
After the chilliness of Fargus, I can't seem to adjust to this extreme heat.
You tell me.
There have been battles whose outcomes were determined in part by the climate. You can't argue that this heat isn't a factor.
Especially when some of the floor is literal, actual molten lava.
In conditions like these, who knows what will become of our morale.
Well, with that attitude, nothing good.
Professor.
Be happy!
How are you holding up?
It's rough. I'm at my limit.
Don't overexert yourself. Perhaps it would be best to take breaks as we proceed.
Ingrid, ice magic now, please.
They say Alel was born of the goddess's rage.
God damn it, so this this was your fault? Stupid Sothis, stupid. I hadn't heard that before.
If you believe the legends, this valley is evidence of the goddess's judgment, passed on humanity for its corruption.
Oh great, so she just decided to punish the sinners by leaving lava out for everyone else.
The forest
Cool.
that once covered the surrounding area was burnt to ash by a pillar of light that descended from the heavens.
You're telling me that she blew up squirrels for this?
That legend fueled belief in a place of torment between our world and the next, where one's sins are purified in the cleansing flames.
That's nice. So hell is actually born from like a real place on Earth.
Nonsense. Sins are not so easily washed away.
It's not as easy as going to hell, Gilbert.
Indeed. And there are no accounts of such a place in Scripture.
Except for this place, which sort of parallels
Those
it.
who cannot face their own sins have no choice but to cling to the idea.
And are you referring to yourself there? You're hoping to go to hell someday to get your sins washed by all that holy fire? Doesn't seem like the most sturdy plan. I can point out a few flaws with it right now.
I just don't think I can take this heat anymore. I think I'm starting to see things.
No, it's just Dimitri again, skulking around in the back.
Near those mountains over there. Is it just me? Or is there a group of people gathered there?
Oh, wait, what? Huh?
It would seem you are not hallucinating after all.
Dear me.
Are those Roderick
Good shout,
Road
Mercy.
soldiers? No, but their banner is that of... No, it can't be.
It looks a bit like, to me, like they're looking directly at us. Is that anyone else's impression, or...
House Rose banner.
Oh, bugger.
They curried favor with that witch and sold out Fargus.
We messed up. There must have been a spy among us. Will you have
That's
us meet
would
them in
be
battle?
a solid conclusion.
There is only
Wait,
one
or
option.
what? They're gonna attack us.
Get them to save us the trouble of killing them later.
Aren't they your former allies? They sold out the kingdom, right? I mean, sold out is strong. Aren't they your former allies?
Never call those traitors our allies again.
Okay, well, I didn't exactly. I asked if it was a question that we'll never mind.
That banner belongs to the Grey Lion. It's a waste of breath to exchange words with one such as him.
His
Huh.
Highness is correct. He is not an opponent whom we can expect to negotiate with.
Oh, good.
Everyone, prepare for the attack.
Oh, okay. So when you asked me if we should, you were just like, it's not gonna work to wait, so we should just attack him anyways. Fun, good. It's always good when there's not a peaceful way to resolve things. Well, that's what axes are for. Let's get to it. And because the things are all tight here, we don't get to bring many people. We definitely want Felix for this. Definitely gonna want an Ingrid. Keep us cool. Probably gonna leave behind one of our 2 healers. Ash is a little lower level, and he's a better, more experienced healer, so more equipped healer, I guess, is better. So let's bring him and then everyone else. As for adjutants, so we're leaving behind Sedith and Sylvain. Let's check who they have supports with. Oh, Sylvain is at max with everybody. That's good to know. I guess I'll just bring him with Felix then. Sylvain needs 666 experience to level up. Look at him. So Seth can go with Ingrid or Manuela, makes sense. Let's do Ingrid then. Give her a bit more accuracy, because Manuela has accuracy up the hell. Well, up the hell, excuse me? To hell and back. Has she got accuracy? All right, so we're all going to start at the same spot. I like that. Defeat the enemy commander. Battle to Dimitri falls in battle. Ooh, and we have 2 chests here, which it's thankful then that we're bringing Ash. All right, looks like Gwendole's going to move around a bit, unfortunately. So I suppose we're... Oh, my God. It's a good thing we're not bringing Sylvain, hey? Oh, bugger. All right, the res is butt, though. So speed, and the speed is 3. So Ingrid will no doubt be able to rush in there and just wreck stuff. That said, I would like to get this chest if it can be helped. So I guess we would want to like creep right outside the range with Ash, like put him like here. We want to get a chest and then run everyone else up to get Gwendol if we were going to approach that way. I guess we don't know which way we're going to approach just yet. But I definitely want to loot both those chests because they almost always have good stuff. All right, as far as our very beginning formation, there's literally no one over here, so I don't think it really matters what place we start because we can just sort of move up in our own time, if you see what I mean. I have the sinking sensation that there are going to be reinforcements from some direction in this place, but we'll see.
Valley of Torment. Perhaps a good place to finish off my life as a knight.
Man, you're already resolved to losing, then why are we fighting at all?
Only if that puny force of children is able to kill me, of course.
That man who raises the lion's flag,
Imagine saying that as your last words.
he is an elder knight who serves House Rome.
Oh, good.
Gwendol would, without thought, fight any battle if ordered. There is no chance of negotiating with him.
This is solid. So he actually was from House Row, and I wasn't making that up earlier when we were reading stuff. Okay, good.
Aelel is a deadly place. Burst from the ground with no warning. Sane people usually avoid it.
Right, well, Gilbert, it wasn't my idea. It was Rodriguez, all right? So just back off.
Flames of torment burn your sins, your life, your everything. If you wish to spare yourself the goddess's wrath, tread lightly.
I will, but she's usually angry at me anyways. Okay, so there's lots of weird, large spaces in between forces here. I guess what the sensible thing to do, just to clear out as much as possible, would be to swing up and around here, get these ones gone so that we can distract the force that beside Gwendol, and then swoop up here to get everybody else. And that way we can get this treasure at least. Although this spot being peculiarly empty with a heal tile makes me think that there are probably going to be reinforcements like there. That was kind of how it was in the mission with Ingrid's potential suitor, right? Seems a decent theory that it'll happen again. All right, so I can put Net in the range of this one person up here who will do like 8 damage or something.
Thanks.
Look at that, her attack and defense are both 40 here with the training axe. And everyone else can just kind of crowd right around here.
Onward. What's my strategy?
When I can even crowd sort of off the side of the path here. Just to make this as compact as possible. Don't worry, Gilbert, soon enough you will be at a level where you will be able to actually do decent, consistent damage. Just once you get those classes up, that's all that matters. Alright, let's see how this goes for us, and if anything else unsavory starts showing up in this map. I mean, the recommended level was pretty low for this place. Wow, that was a very even battle just then. So maybe this won't actually be that hard a mission. I honestly can barely remember this mission at all. I have no idea why. I knew it took place in the Valley of Torment and that Gwendol was here, and that's like all I remember of this place. Perhaps I'll have Dimitri just long range these people from over here because he can at the moment. Yeah, no, that, please. Get out of here.
All talk.
That's a level for Dimitri there. How about some dex and speed? Ooh.
It's not enough to beat her.
Sure it is. You don't know her stats. When was the last time you fought her? Like 5 years ago? Alright, so I've been majorly increasing my speed with the speed ring and all that, so I should be able to like double hit most people here. But I wouldn't feel terribly safe doing that. Unless all, or as many of the archers as was reasonable to make gone were gone. So let's, inspire Dimitri here, shall we? And with Hunter's Volley, he can reach this. It's a bit of wear and tear on his training bow, but he's got plenty of uses. Yeah! At least they don't get a chance to respawn this way. There's a Crescent Blade that happened. And that means we are totally free to go up and engage all of these. Better have, you throw out some magic at a few of them here. Does Cutting Gale, do you have enough with it? Nah, just go for fire then. Sha! Maybe Gilbert can take it down then? Yes, he can. His magic is getting much stronger in recent days.
You were unprepared.
There we go, level 30 for you. Let's get some magic and res, hopefully, and speed. Ooh, magic X.
Still
Nice.
had room to grow.
Evidently. Especially with your, it seems like you're going to be growing a lot in the lightning-y magics. The extra dex is good because it means more crit, which is already a thing that those tend to give you. The only one you can really damage with a normal training bow shot is this one, Manuela, so go for it. Maybe lethality hits, who knows? Stranger things have happened. Ow. Yeah! No, but it's good XP. Although we really need to get getting you up in is your riding, so I don't know really why I haven't been focusing that. Not that I can really focus it with until you're actually on our horse. Alright, your lightning axe this person over here, Annie. Wonk. So you can advance while you're doing it. Mercedes, how you do about this? Ooh. Man, you're fast enough to do all kinds of good stuff. Probably better with the axe though, because you actually get a chance with crit to do crit with that and stuff. So move up to the top of them and do it. Here we go. Your strength is coming in clutch now. Oh, actually, I'm kind of I should be moving a little faster here with this damage. With everyone here, we can still do it, but I was kind of taking my leisurely time, but I'm gonna get someone killed if I'm not careful. There we go. Nice dodge.
Another victory.
Good stuff. So I just have to have Ingrid and Ash finish the rest of this, which surely is possible and easy. It's better to do Nosferatu, because you're not going to use that nearly as often. You can double them with that, because they're great knights, they're very slow. Let's have that magic and res, please. Ooh.
I'll keep moving forward.
Other useful things. You're also quite speedy, Ash. Alright, let's use Nosferatu with you as well. Oh, they're going to advantage you, aren't they? Ouch! Mean.
You took me lightly.
Alright. Huh. Nothing terribly life-shattering happened there. Let's spend a bit of time looking at our wounds then. Too bad Gilbert doesn't have a healing spell yet. Alright, that's everyone back to full. Okay, I think I like the plan I had of swooping up this way, so let's get going on that. I'll just wait for everyone else to catch up with me on my fast, speedy dragon. Thankfully, this mission is not about... Oh, God! Here comes Rodrigue. Oh, okay. Damn it. I remember this mission.
The shield of Fargus has appeared. We can expect more out of him than the young one.
I was like very tepidly like lowering to this, like maybe this isn't so bad, trying to remember what goes on here. Okay, so that clearly was on by a turn limit, right? Because I was just kind of hanging around here like a moron. So on turn 6, they all rush up there. Okay, so in that case, you know what I should probably do is just back out right now and just charge up there so we can help Rodrigue, because if he dies, this is very bad for us. And I don't think there's really much in the way of saving him right now. They're gonna go after his armed guard first, but he's reasonably defensive. All right, you know what? I'm gonna jump nip this one in the bud. So by turn 3, we had already covered this. So instead of spending all this time standing still healing, I'm gonna lure a bunch of people over here this way. Can Annette reach far enough to lure them? And that she can. It would actually be even better if we had Ash use a stride now, because he's not gonna probably give many chances to use one later. To just bring everyone up as far as possible, they can probably take some of these people out. How far can Annette get? Oh, not close enough to do this stuff, but maybe one of these people can just shove her instead of anything else. Can put Dimitri here at least. All the archers will go after him by default. I can have him, he can probably do some decent damage, even okay, just normal shot with a training bow on this person. Maybe a crit happens. That would be stupendous. No dice, but that was stolid starting damage. Stolid? What did I just say? It's not really safe to put flame here, I don't think. No. Big time no. Why is your crit chance so high exactly? You've got a killer bow. Fun. I should have done everything in my power to take you out before anything happened. Have you go over here and Hunter's Volley with this. That's pretty solid damage you can do off the bat, and a lethality would be very awesome. No. What is that the chances of that? It's dex divided by 4, right? So it's, let's round down to 26. No, sorry, it would be 24. It's a 6% chance on every attack, which seems like it would be happening a lot more in that case, but maybe not, I guess. And now that that's happened, I can have Gilbert draw her back, which is unfortunately going to leave him pretty far behind for a while, but maybe Flame can do a rescue or something.
Ready when you are.
And you didn't get caught in all this, so I can't really do much with you. I should probably physic up. Well, I'll save your physic because I don't know who I want to use it on yet. I can't really get far enough to help much. And now that Annette's here anyways, she can lightning axe this person, hopefully to in one shot. Ooh. No, better go for the smash then, I guess. Oh no, let's see about using your crusher, hey? Ooh, dust. What does dust actually do? Crusher only. Enemies hit suffer minus might plus 20. Effective again. What? Annette! Holy balls! What the hell?
It had to be.
Holy shit! And Mercy didn't get caught in the stride, so we can just have her move up here. Healing focus herself, because we are now in a state where we gotta sort of speed along here. I think what I'll do is have Manuela finish off this other sniper here, and we can get a move on going up to the northeast. With this way, we're on turn 4 or 3 right now? 3, okay, so by turn 6, we'll surely be up there, I hope. Actually, we can't really waste time moving around as the thing, I guess. You have vantage, yes? You actually don't. So since Hunter's Volley goes first, this is totally safe, I think. Go for it. I won! I two! There you are.
One of us had to die.
True. No one's denying that? Ooh, just right in the square of safety. Who best for Ingrid to heal? Actually, not everyone is, like, totally wrecked. Manuela could definitely use it, though. And perhaps, how many? You get your 3 rescues, right? Perhaps I will just use one to bring one of our lower down people up. Oh, your magic is not that impressive. I'll bring Ingrid up anyways, because she's one of our heavy firepower units we need up here as soon as possible. And I'll get myself up here, too. So I guess this, covering that little troop on the left there, we'll have to wait a bit. Oh, they're gonna come up to us. Never mind, they made that very easy. I stand fully corrected. That doesn't have to wait for anything. It may mean that we're slowed down a bit here for like 1 turn or something. Nice! Crusher that. Very good. Ah, bugger, they've got a long-range healer. How many of those do they have? Just the one. That'll do. Okay, so perhaps instead of just running this turn, because what's going to happen then is, and like Mercy's going to get up here and then be the only one to deal with all this, we should probably have everyone sort of right over here and do a bit of damage here. I think probably makes sense to do a gambit like this, and then just take the hurt to them as much as possible. I wish I was a little farther along here, to be honest. How could I do against you? I'm not really fast. I guess I could pull a Sublime Heaven here, just because we're a bit desperate to get this fast. And Igor could hit a lot of people across the pond, so to speak. Gilbert has Smite, so if I pulled, I used Ash to pull him back, then I could have him run up and smite me. So I'm over here, and then I have a fuller range of movement. From here, is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm sorry, let me count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could at least use Sublime Heaven on this person. That might be a takedown. I'm trying to account for people who aren't caught in Dimitri's gambit is the thing. You know what actually might be smarter, actually, then? You got 5 movement? Would be to have Annette or someone take down this, then he could just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then get everybody. That probably makes more sense, doesn't it? Very well then, the question becomes who can take down this person. I suppose Flame can start on it. Who to finish, because Annette will probably be useful in well, okay, a bunch of people are only going to be able to hit the one right to the right of me, so doing the training axis with Annette here, take this down is probably safe enough. Just that Dimitri can do this. 100% chance? Let's see it. Whoa, the loading, wow. Very good. So a lot of them are going to go after Dimitri and get themselves killed this turn, which is kind of good. In fact, I should probably leave that to sort of happen, shouldn't I? Actually, I can probably take you down now with the bow. Yep. 1 shot! Out of here.
It won't be in vain.
Very good. And I can be around here next turn to finish this up as I move back. I think that's safe enough. This one and this one are probably going to die to Dimitri this turn, so these two are concerned with getting them gone if we can do anything sort of thing. I think Manuela probably has a good chance to do that with the Hunter's Volley. Yeah, here we go. I won! Yeah, 2! Out of here with that.
The roar of battle.
So if I can roar up, hit you next turn and then go, and then Dimitri will probably be parrying, killing these people, then we better just focus everyone else on moving forward, I think. Mercy and Co. won't be too far behind after all. I wonder if getting damaged by the terrain affects your battalion endurance. Interesting thought. Okay. So, this is good. Ash can move just 1 square farther than Gilbert, which means he can pull them both forward. And so I guess Ingrid can just throw a spell out as she runs. Makes enough sense. Yeah, 1! Get out of here.
I aim for great.
That's a level for her. Let's have that magic, shall we? Maybe a bit of speed. Woo! Magic, strength, res, and charisma. Haven't used your gambit in a while, I don't think, but the charisma's never hurt for defensy purposes. Let's use one of your recovers on her right now, because time is of the essence of getting up to that northeast side right now. Ooh, dear, reinforcements.
Attack them from both sides.
Oh, balls. There are reinforcements in this place, are there? Oh, good. Well, as long as we're only trying to defeat the commander, we can definitely have a few ways of doing that. For instance, we could stride and Flane, who can run over and rescue one of our friends to give them a very far reach. One of our friends probably meaning Ingrid in that case. Very good, Dimitri. Of course, that approach would probably mean cheating ourselves out of a lot of potential XP, but I think it's a good call for now. As long as I get at least one of the chests, I won't feel like a total failure in that department. Alright, I can take this out of the training axe myself because of my incredible new speed. I'm in a bad way there. So I guess Dimitri, while retreating, can probably this is a decent move. Let's do it with the Iron Bow just because you've got many more uses of that. Hopefully one of these is a crit. Ah, no dice. Whatever, well, they're gonna go after Dimitri and... Oh, that might kill him. Alright, well, I'll use Felix this turn to dance... Ooh, I actually would have liked to use Felix to dance Ash a little farther, but I didn't. Let's have him physic up me from like 2 squares away. Gilbert reach him enough to smite him? That would be good this turn. Getting him to those treasures is absolutely crucial. How well can you survive all this nonsense? With a defense of 18 is not that good. No one's gonna outspeed you on this crew, of course, but 50 minus 18 is 32. On each of those is bad. What are their chances to hit? You have a dodge chance of 40, their accuracy of 111, so it's not good chances for you. It's like 71 chance each of them has to hit you. And that's only assuming I take out the archer first, which I would want to do because they probably would put a little bit more of a fight in some regards with a silver bow and poison strike. I'll just stand here close enough to draw in the archer then. This is unfortunately putting a bit of a halt in our advance. What turn is it? 4? Okay, 5. We should still be there in time, I think. Just Hunter volleys this person down, and everyone else better run up and start moving up this east side. Before long, it'll get pretty tricky to really get our feet dug in here. I think this chest is going to be hard to tell, to be honest. But once one chest here or there, we'll survive without it. It's going to use... Oh, you only get 2 uses of Fortify, so I won't use that. It'll be very helpful in a minute. Then focus yourself, and Annette can do the same.
Sure.
This draws also one of the Armored Knights to her, which is good. Even though I would have liked the archer to get taken down by Ingrid on their turn. Are they spawning anymore just this turn? Not yet, okay. So it's not like every turn. It probably is going to be every other turn, just like the last story mission was. But it's not as bad here because we're not defending a location, first of all, and we're not pigeonholed into a thing, and there's a bunch of stuff we can fly over. There are many reasons it's not as bad as last episode. Or not last mission, anyways. Owie! We double. Here he comes. Okay, and he's actually in no one's range this turn except for the people who are going to come behind him. It would be bad if we lost the Shield of Fergus here. Man, are those the only backup troops you brought, Rodrigue? We were hoping like a whole army would be coming. All right, I'm going to have him physic up Annette from right here, and then I'll have Felix run up and dance him in a minute when that becomes viable. I'll start with Flame throwing out some heavy magic damage on these Armored Knights. Even though she's not very durable, she is a solid attack mage right about now. Ingrid could even... probably throw on this one down. That's a lot of uses of throw on. Let's just get the one back down with Blizzard. Yeah. Very good.
My duty is your death.
My duty is your death. Sounds like something Frederick from would say, Awakening. Actually, Manuela's here, so with her excellent range, I feel safe doing a lightning axe here and then having lightning axe. And then having Manuela finish it off somehow like this. And I guess Mercy can finish off the Armored Knight, which makes enough sense. And Curve Shot will do it, so no need to waste all your durability on the Hunter's Volley.
Everyone's equal.
We gotta be very careful about white mages nowadays, because they are starting to all have Miracle, which, as their luck increases, gets very bad. 17% chance to just not die when you should kill them. She can't get all that far. Let me dance up. Oh man, level 36 for Felix. Look at him go.
Strength never betrays.
Wowie! Magic and speed. You can get over here and loot this now. It better be something worth it. Bolt axe! That's brilliant, actually. In fact, I'll send the concoction to the convoy just so I can give that to Mercy this mission. And on the topic of Mercy, I can still shove, right? So I'll do that and then push up 1 square somewhere else. Or a few squares, I guess. I guess over here. That way Mercy's close enough to actually finish this, which you could do easily with the training axe, or indeed with the gauntlets. Ooh, and killer axe would just be 1 swing, so that's probably the safest thing. Go for it. Yeah! No crit needed.
Be at peace.
Very good. And Dimitri could actually even throw out some hits across the pond here. I say do that with the iron bow, take this person down. You'll destroy them! Well done.
Atone for your sins.
Atone for your sins, how timely. And then this person's gonna go after Dimitri, probably get wrecked this turn, so we're pretty well covered on this whole side here. It's just that these forces are gonna start pouring out pretty quickly. Although with only 18 enemy units at the moment, it seems like we might actually be able to get a bit of a stranglehold on this. They're probably gonna spawn a bit more now. Yeah, here they come. We probably want to speed it up before they get too overwhelming here, but I feel like we could probably crack it somehow so that Ash gets that chest, which would be pretty cool. I have the distinct sensation that it's a permabuff somehow, just because it's hard to get, and the ones that are hard to get usually are. Or they're usually something very good anyways. But perhaps we shouldn't waste too much time on that, because it will turn this mission into a much longer one, I reckon. Alright, this goes out to Dmitri. If it hits him, it'll be Poison Strike, but it's no such thing. 36 with each shot of the Iron Bow. That's ridiculous.
See you in the eternal flames.
Holy crap, Dmitri. 72 damage. Just base. Oh, man. Very powerful and very cool, Rodrigue. That was a badass crit to start with. But am I to understand that you're about to run towards the boss and die? Because I will not be on board with this. I might have to rescue your dumb self out of the way. Man, your people are kind of holding up the top there pretty well, which I wasn't expecting. Can Rodrigue talk to Dmitri? No. Can he talk to me? Ooh, he can. I'm not really doing anything else important this turn. I suppose I may as well have a look-see about that. Hey, buddy!
To meet you in a place like this. No, that won't do. I'll leave the talking until after the battle.
Finally, one of us is a good idea.
Put it to good use.
A souvenir. Sword of Moralta, sacred weapon, crest of Fraldorius that restores HP every turn. Effective. Excuse me, a souvenir. No, put that away for Felix later. Well, thank you. All right, so they're riding up behind us there. I think I do want to approach. Ooh. Well, here's a tricky thought. I think we're gonna have to split up. No, okay, to get Ash all the way down this way up to this chest. That would be a massive undertaking. I guess the best way to do it would be to have him stride Flame. Flame goes up far. Felix dances Ash. Then Flame rescues Ash that he can get there. So I guess we could send those three down south, but then they're going to get killed by everything. I think we want our forces all together. Okay. Perhaps we just won't get that. I guess we'll just operate on the assumption that we're not getting that chest for now, I think. Because if we don't do anything, Rodrigue is going to get himself killed in a big, stupid way. Throw out a heal on someone as you run. I probably should have been careful to make sure that you knew someone didn't mean me. Really focus yourself. You're not going to be able to use all these physics by the end of this mission, so do it on Gilbert, who is not as survivable as Dmitri. Heal up Ingrid. As long as we're quick and don't get distracted, this mission shouldn't be a hassle. I don't think. All right, I'm going to actually not instead of having him dance Gilbert to bring up the rear, I'm going to have him dance Ash, because there is... I know I just was talking about not getting distracted, but there's like a faint part of me that still hopes to get that chest. And this would be the way to do it, is to get Ash as far up as possible, which I guess means putting him here. Heal up Flame there. Dmitri, you can sort of run, but they're going to catch up pretty quick, but you'll be able to handle it. Oh, you're actually strong enough that the Iron Bow is no less evasive or anything than the Training Bow. And in fact, the Silver Bow is not far behind either. So the Iron Bow is there's no real benefit to using this Training Bow over the Iron Bow, except for the more durability, I guess. With your amazing strength stat. Where are those guys going? Just completely abandoning Gwendol here. That's going to be a poor move for them. Oh, there goes one of our soldiers. The other one's pretty sturdy in health, though, and gambited enough that things aren't going to be a problem. Okay, Gilbert's going, or rather, Rodrigue is going up to help them. So that gives us a bit of time to mess around here, basically, is what that means. I guess that's why everyone else on the left side was going north. So Rodrigue might rush to meet them in battle in a minute, but we'll be long out of there, I think. So if I hit you, and if I go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Hang on, did I read that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry. And then 7. Oh, only one mage goes after me, and that's not good, but it's not the worst. So I'm fine with that. I'll take that out, because that gives all my friends easy range to just rush up here. And I guess I can rush you up as well. It's just, how are you doing against this mage? What kind of attack spell do they have? Nosferatu. It only is just, it's the might of 1. So 28 damage, your speed is nothing though, right? So it'll hit you twice. 28 minus 11, 17. 17, 17, 50, 34. It's actually not that bad, considering this person was only doing 47 to your 40. What did I say it was? 30, what, bugger. 17, 17, 34 minus 14, or plus 14 rather. So 48, you survive. I'm cool with that. Is there any way Gilbert can rally defense before then? Not really. So for sure hold up the front there. And then you'll be able to, we'll be able to do a full, you could actually probably, can you, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you could almost reach Gwendol next turn with that. And with Crusher and Dust and all that, you would definitely be able to do a number. Might be able to get that chest after all. It's too bad Ash only moves 4 squares here. Heal up Manuela while you're running. Heal up Manuela while you're standing. Okay, so let me just calculate this here. Stride increases your movement speed by 5. So if I give it to Flame, she goes here. She gets 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She can summon Ash to him. He goes here, and then if I dance him again, he'll have 4 squares to move. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's still not super close to the chest. Perhaps we should save it for another turn, for one more turn in the future then. But it's definitely possible, I think. Because we've basically got taking down Gwendol in the bag this next turn, I would think. Honestly, we could just keep outrunning these people. I don't feel the need to, like, fight them back with Dmitri right now. They're going to be here in a minute, and you're not going to use them all, so physic up Dmitri. All right, let's see this. Okay, of course more people spawn just there, because it's been a few turns, but this won't get too crowded if we can just sort of get a hold on a few of them. And since I'm flying around and stuff, we should be able to manage this. They're not like making a super tight wall here. Oh, they might be about to be. All right, this one goes after a net, which is perfect because then they're sort of breaking up their lines a little to do that. We definitely have a path through here. Might not in a minute. That mage is gonna stay there. They're making like a shell around where we need to go, which is perfect. Aw, Rodrigue missed. Oh, Gwendel's coming out. Well, I didn't realize that would be a thing that would happen.
Do not think poorly of me.
Do not think poorly of me. Sending like everyone to rush out. Okay, so taking down Gwendel here will be very cake. Getting Ash to lockpick that chest will be a much harder thing. You know what? I have chest keys. It's probably better if I do it, isn't it? How far can Felix go to dance me? Okay, cool. So if I can go like land myself here, Felix dances me, and then after Annette does something, Ash can stride me, and then I move, how many? 7 plus 5 is 12, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't even need the stride, actually, which is better, because then Ash can use it on people who need it more. If I just go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. So let me do that, and then convoy myself a... Oh, please tell me I didn't sell them all. Oh, thank goodness. I've got plenty. This is why I keep a few on hand. I'll just take... It doesn't really matter what weapon I take it over, I suppose. I'll wait there. Felix can dance me, and we'll be able to take Gwendel out, no problem here. So this will be very cake. And we'll actually be able to finish. Why am I not allowed to move that far? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, how did I calculate it wrong so many times in a row? Whatever, we can have someone shove me in a minute. Or Ash can just use his gambit right here. Does that hit me? It doesn't. Let me do this instead then. All that hits is Annette and Mercy, really. But that'll be good enough, I think. You could do it! Yeah, go, you! I love them all just hyping people up. All right, so I'll fly over here. What is this nonsense here? A silver... All that for a silver... Stupid reward. All right, well, since this is going to be over this turn, let's just have everyone over here get as much XP as possible. Hunter's Volley this person. There's a crit.
I disposed of doubt long ago.
Throw that Thoron. Get that 2% crit. No dice whatsoever, but that's the good reason XP. Look at you at sea. So I guess now is a great time to use 4 to 5 for the best experience possible. You could probably hit Gwendel from here, can't you? Ooh, not much damage with anything but the magic bow, but you can hit it with no combat arts with the magic bow. That's pretty solid. Maybe it's better to get you the takedown then, because you're at a lower level than the other people who are going to be attacking. Ooh, this is cool. Ooh, this is very cool. I guess 2 hits with the training axe makes sense. There's no crit there, and then Manuela can do some stuff. Maybe we'll be able to take this down, no doubt. So go for this.
Does a whelp like you really expect to kill me?
A whelp expects to try.
I am Gwendel, the Grey Lion, a knight by the hand of Count Rowe. Do your worst.
I heard you at the beginning of this. You were pretty sure that this is where you were gonna die. See, I'm very strong. I have spikes on my shoulders. That's how you know. Ow, that hurt my battalion a lot. We just need to do 7 damage. Well, that's only assuming you hit both, which is actually pretty presumptuous. Basically, anything the Ingrid does would take you down, I think. Try with Nosferatu, because it doesn't have very much damage on it, I guess. Ah, this would be good, because there's not a 100% chance for both to hit either. There we go. That's good, actually, that one of them missed. All right, both of them missed is a little lame. Tomahawk this, though, and then assuming both of Manuela's hit, this will be fine. Yeah! I'm forgoing a lot of XP here, but let's do this. 1, and if you hit the second one... Nice shot, Manuel. I'm sorry! I was told you wouldn't negotiate.
I have found a place to die. Young ones, I thank you.
You're welcome. Somehow feels like it wasn't entirely meant or deserved, but... Hey, a level for Manuela, so who cares? Let's put both of them strength and defend a magic up, shall we? Oh, just magic.
I'm not at my best today.
Not to worry. Between your magic bow and your combat arts, that'll be fine.
Knights to follow their master's orders without argument. Lord Gwendel was a good man.
Yeah, but should we really encourage that kind of mindset going forward? Or will it lead to more sad deaths like this one?
Now he is just a corpse. More. Let's go. Rodrigue is waiting for us.
On the one hand, you're not wrong. He is very much just a corpse now. MVP was Dimitri. And somehow I find that very funny with what just happened. Just the way it was like everyone else rushing up and Dimitri staying at the back.
It's been too long, Your Highness.
Ah, sad it has, Rodrigue. I haven't seen you in a while. Your stash is still looking fine. I guess, is it really I guess it's a mustache, but it goes down to like here, which is weird. And it starts like here.
To say such a thing at a time like this, you have not changed one bit.
What did he say? Oh, temper your joy. Mao.
Don't let looks deceive you. I've had a rough go of it ever since I crossed blades with those traitors in Ferdiad. When I heard you'd been executed, I rushed there as fast as I could, blind with fury.
Not to oversell how heroic I am,
When I
but
got there, I was fed some garbage about not being able to see your body.
yeah.
Next I knew I was gripping my blade and... Gilbert, you have done well to locate His Highness.
I'm sorry, you glossed over that. Did you kill a lot of people? I mean, I guess so. Straight up in the kingdom capital, and you got out of there alive? Holy balls! I love Felix is just in the back here, skulking behind Gilbert, waiting for Rodrigue to say something stupid, so he can be like, "Ha, stupid old man."
And you, I have you to thank as well.
I hope you're talking to your son and not to me. Oh, as a professor, it was my duty. We were all fortunate.
Well, we are. I will repay you for this someday. I swear it.
I would say don't worry about it, honestly.
And you, Felix, you have also.
Okay, there, good. I'm glad you added that.
Tell us all you know, Rodrigue.
I'm afraid there's. not
Please,
much to
sometimes
tell.
we say.
You are aware that the western region of the kingdom was taken by the Empire, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, so I have heard.
A lot of
They
it.
are now calling it the Fargus Dukedom or some nonsense.
I also thought that was a stupid
If you
name.
know that much, then the rest won't take long. Enemy or not, it's undeniable that Cornelia's plan was nothing short of genius. After seizing power, she invited the Imperial army to Ferdiad.
Yeah, maybe genius is a bit strong.
There
She
she
was just kind of
troops
took power
and
very
then sent
quickly.
soldiers to hunt me down. Because of that, we were forced to act defensively, and now we're being forced into a difficult battle. She's been controlling the situation all along.
Just being duplicitous is not enough to make you smart, I wouldn't say, but
So that's been the witch's plan from the start. I should have killed her ages ago.
especially good since she went around sassing Gilbert and Dimitri and like making blatant enemies of them, people that you really should not be making enemies of. One of them can shoot lightning out of his hands, and the other one can do 72 damage with a training bow.
Your Highness, Ferdiad is in a terrible state right now.
Well, I guess that.
The tyranny is unbearable, and so the rebellions are endless.
Oh yeah.
Refugees starve to death in the streets.
I guess I hadn't considered that angle of it. That people resisting means people getting killed.
If I may speak freely, Your Highness, we should change course for Ferdiad and take down those traitors before we embark to Enbar.
Yes! Someone agrees with me.
There's no time for that. We must annihilate Enbar before all else.
Look at the creepy smile on his face.
Think this through. I understand wanting to destroy the Empire and the Emperor. I want that so much it hurts. But which is more important, the dead or the living?
Silence!
No, Dimitri. You will hear me out.
Thankfully, one of us can get him to hear him out.
You asking me? Asking the dead? Give that woman?
What about what he just said made you think that? He just said he wants her so dead that it hurts. That is like the opposite of that. He is saying he wants you to save the refugees who are starving in the streets.
No, I would not ask that of you. What I am asking is that you allow us to prioritize the kingdom capital over the imperial capital.
The way he said that, he was like, no, that's obviously not what I said.
As Lambert's close and trusted friend, I am confident that he would have advised the same.
I appreciate that you're saying, which is more important, the living or the dead, and using the dead as an argument in that very same breath.
Dare to put words in the mouths of the dead. They are your words alone, even if you borrow their lips.
Yeah, it's a little uncool, Rodrigue.
Until I offer up that woman's head, Father will remain a slave to his lingering regret and hatred. Even now, he suffers. It is ceaseless. As we waste time with idle chatter, his suffering continues.
See, Rodrigue, he's impossible to convince. This is what I was trying to say.
Wherever you lead, we will follow. But Your Highness,
But Your Highness, also please defer to your tactician who is saying to go to Kingdom.
there are those who take up their sword in the name of revenge, and yet along the way, lose the strength and composure to follow through. You would do well to bear that in mind.
You know, I don't know that was the most helpful thing to say. You basically just challenged him to be more strong in revenging people. I mean, I understand that may not be what you were saying, but I'm pretty sure that's how he's going to take it.
Ah, I nearly forgot. Take this, Your Highness. The time has come for it to be wielded by its true master.
Yeah!
The hero's relic once wielded by my father.
Sorry, how is that pronounced?
Eredvar.
Oh, in Eredvar, okay. See, I thought when they brought Byleth into Smash that they were just pronouncing it wrong. I was like, isn't it Ariadbar? But Arid, okay, cool. Thus continues my long-standing tradition of not knowing how to pronounce things that are written in Fire Emblem games. For the longest time, the male protagonist of whichever one has the two turquoise-haired siblings, I looked at that and Ephraim said, well, that's Ephraim or Ephraim or something like that. And in the mobile game, I heard one of the characters say it one time and they were like, Ephraim. And it's like, why are there all those letters in there if it's Ephraim? And like the same thing is happening with not Eredbar, but Eredbar here. Or he said it Eredvar?
Eredvar.
Var, right, okay. Eredvar.
The very same. I managed to steal it back from one of Cornelia's underlings in Ferdiad.
Sounds a lot like, sounds very sort of Welsh, the same way Blathid does. Hey, well, that's sweet! I guess in his rage, Dimitri wouldn't have had any thought of taking it when he was breaking out of prison and all, you know.
Stated as ever, Father. It must have been a true struggle to get it back.
Is that sympathy I hear?
I am grateful, my friend.
Holy crap. Even though Rodrigue couldn't really get him to listen to reason for very long, he got him to say, I am grateful, and to say my friend. Those are two things I didn't expect him to hear from him for a while.
Professor, may I request something of you?
Sure. Is this going to be a thing in private that we say out of earshot of Dimitri? Because there's a lot of that going on these days.
Fight at your side.
Oh, hell yeah. That's alright with me.
Man, who will protect our territory?
Well, when we get to Verdiad, it won't be as much big of a deal, and he's left some people behind, I'm sure.
I expected it would come to this, so I left those matters to my younger brother.
Hey, look at that. He's got a younger brother I didn't know about.
I must keep my promise to our fallen king, to my dear friend.
What promise? Protecting Dimitri, I guess.
Very old one. I swore it nearly 10 years ago. Now then, Your Highness,
That was a year before the massacre, wasn't it? Well, I guess it would have to be because he was still alive for you to swear to him then.
No effort. I pray that you are right, and that this will save the kingdom.
Ah, bugger. Dimitri received Eredvar, sorry. Well, that's nice of him to receive. You know what? Since he's so good with the iron bow now, let's give him that instead of the training bow, shall we? I'm sure even without the proficiency, he'll be able to make use of it here and there.
How familiar are you with the geography?
Me? Oh, not very familiar.
The kingdom and the empire are separated by the impassable Ogma Mountains.
Alright, well, I did know that much. Does that mean we're going to take back some kind of fortress on the border then first? Some kind of Aryan roadie fortress?
Legend has it that Saint Seros once crossed over those mountains to fight against the Fell King Nemesis.
Oh, that's dumb. Isn't there a river right to the west of that? That would have been much easier to cross.
Don't f yourself. Leading a large army over such steep mountains would be near impossible.
I see what you're saying. We should just go ourselves and leave the army behind. We can handle it.
In order to infiltrate the Empire, we have no choice but to go around the mountains, either to the east or to the west.
And going to the east means going to the Leicester Alliance and dealing with all that stuff, including the Great Bridge of Murden. Oh, well, going to the west means Aryan Road, and going to the east means the Great Bridge of Murden. I'm pretty sure whatever I say doesn't actually have a consequence here. Especially since my character just said, I don't know anything about the geography, so I don't know why I would be qualified to make this decision. Cut through Alliance territory or cut through Aryan Road? What's the play here? Doesn't matter. Let's go east.
Yes,
To Great Bridge of
I
Murden.
agree.
Great!
The Alliance is currently split in two. Those who stand with the Empire and those who are against it.
That said, though, isn't House Gloucester, the pro-imperialist one, the one who is on our side of the Leicester
Leading
Alliance?
the Imperial faction is House Gloucester, while House Regan leads those who oppose. We should take advantage of their internal conflict and proceed east along the mountains until we reach the Great Bridge of Murden in Alliance territory.
Sure. Why there? Just big enough to lead an army across, I guess?
Alliance and Empire territory. There are many large bridges that cross it. However, the Great Bridge of Murden is by far the largest, and it is also closest to the monastery.
That seems sensible.
I believe you crossed that bridge 5 years ago on your journey to the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
I was asleep during the whole ride, but I will take your word. What if the Empire and the Alliance both attack? We'll be right in the middle of it.
I'm afraid it's a possibility, but it's still more practical than passing through the west.
Do you have evidence to back that up, mister?
Perhaps our next move should be to
I guess not.
contact House Regan and request their cooperation.
Do you think they'll help us? And more importantly, do you think sending a messenger through Alliance territory won't get us intercepted and ambushed as hell?
Claude of House Regan is the leader of the Alliance and is firmly against the Empire. They are the enemy of our enemy. In other words, hopefully, a friend.
So I guess we'll see.
Are you suggesting that we ask House Regan to engage the Gloucester soldiers?
I am. If we take the bridge, then House Gloucester will no longer be able to receive support from the Empire.
And hopefully they just are all like, I mean, we're House Regan now, and just sort of go back to being Alliance. I guess that makes enough sense, but it's asking Claude to stick his neck out, that's for
No way
sure.
A man as wise as Claude would refuse the quest.
And once we manage to capture the Great Bridge and gain a foothold, Empire.
Then we cross Gronder Field and head south toward Enbar.
Yes, that would work reasonably well, I suppose. I
But
still would
if
like
we
to get
attacked
Furiad.
from both sides, we'll have to fight people from the Alliance, won't we?
Yeah!
Speaking of House Gloucester, I wonder how Lawrence is holding up.
I wonder if we got rid of that awful haircut.
If we
More
meet him
importantly.
again, it will probably be as enemies. I'd rather avoid seeing him altogether.
I think that goes for basically anyone from the Alliance right now. Well, I guess not all the... We don't know exactly where all the houses stand.
If you do not wish to kill familiar faces, do not tarry over the corpses of the dead.
So you're saying just kill them anyways and then just don't look at their faces, like what Felix was saying 5 years ago. If you just kill them from behind, it's fine.
Good advice.
Oh my god.
Prepare yourselves.
That's awful.
It is time to steal your souls for the task at hand.
I'll try. He at least seems a little more like he has a comprehensive understanding of just not running in and slaughtering everyone right now. It's a minor improvement, but it is an improvement. So next episode looks like we're going to be heading to the monastery, maybe doing a bit of supports before we head out to, well, head out nowhere. Go around the monastery to talk to everyone. So I guess, I guess we have a lot of support, so it might be at a third support theater next episode, or we might have a bit of time to talk to people after. I'm not really sure. We shall see. He really does seem to care for Rodrigue. Rodrigue was able to sort of like, not really snap him out of what he's going through, but to provide a bit of clarity to it, and at least interface with him. Like, he was still screaming like, "Silence! How dare you put words in the mouths of the dead!" and all that, but like, he at least called him a friend after he did it. And he was able to actually have a discussion with him and sort of try and begin to convince him about why we should care about the people who are alive. But that mission went swimmingly, no real drawbacks. We probably sacrificed a lot of good XP we could have gotten there, but we were a little over leveled for that place anyways. And we got some good levels out of it anyways. I guess, hypothetical question here, in Claude's position, you get a message from the fractured remnants of the Kingdom Army, which is basically Rodrigue and a few people, and then a handful of spunky teenagers you knew from your youth, one of whom now has an eye patch and groans most of his words, saying, "Hey, we're gonna go invade the Empire. Do you think you can back us up here? Give us like safe passage? And what do you do now?" I guess there's not really any way for Claude to know that Dimitri is in a state right now. I mean, he might have informants around somewhere that would tell him such things, but given Claude not knowing that and because what he knows about Dimitri from back then is he's a pretty principled and upstanding and sort of level-headed dude with a few extreme spots. So I guess in his position, I would probably be willing to take him and the rest of the Kingdom Army up on their offer here, especially if I was as tactically adept as Claude, because I would probably have a few ways to at least cause distractions before any actual fighting has to happen in Gloucester territory. So I'd say I'd probably go for it, at least given the absence of knowledge of Dimitri's current state. If I had known Dimitri was how he was, then I would have to think about it harder as Claude in that position. But there's that question. Next video is going to be, I think, more Tales of Symphonia? It's Tales of Symphonia! I was perfect and right and correct. So hopefully I'll see you around in that or some other thing in the future. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! I really worked through all those pickaxes, didn't I? Let's make 4 then. Oh, that was probably not a good idea because I don't have enough for many shovels now. Like just one then. Alright, still works the iron way. Alright, and just like that, we're just about all geared up.